Showtime. Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Jared Glant. This is Young Hustlers every Thursday at noon East Coast Standard Time. Me, my man G, we come here. G ain't here right now, but we come here and we drop some bombs. This is a sales show. This is about how to get your money right if you got that young hustle. The young hustle ain't about an age. It's about that freaking hustle you got, that drive you got deep down, and you want that to be young and vibrant. And the purpose of the show is to make sure that that you have all the tools that you need to go out and be successful in the marketplace. So it's good to be back. This is the first live show that I've done in probably a month, it seems like, because of all the GrowthCon stuff that we had going on the last few weeks here. So it's good to be back. And coming back from the event, you know, there was so much of my time and my energy that was focused on getting this event pulled off. I mean, 9,000 people. It was wildly successful. People were literally freaking out. 15 minutes into the first day, they were like, dude, I got my money's worth. Like they were just completely jacked. So it was awesome. But coming back now, it's like, what do we do now? Like my entire life was consumed with this one thing. And so I did something at the beginning of the week that I normally do, which is just kind of like reset and go back to a plan, right? Plans work for me. Not everybody needs plans. I do. I like to run hard, but I like to have a plan so I know where I'm going, make sure I'm not running in the right direction. So the show today is going to be about what is your plan. And there's a few different plans that you can have. I'm going to cover them in the show. But like plans are like vital. They're vital. Unless you can just wing it every day and you can throw darts with a blindfold on and hit the target every time, you need to operate with a plan. Because there's way too many distractions otherwise, you know? So the problem and the challenge is that most people don't have a plan. Like I'm talking today about 3 specific plans that I have for myself that I've used, that I've seen success with. You can take them and use them or not. You may hate them, you may love them. I'm just telling you what's working for me, and it seems to be working out pretty good so far. So the thing is you need to have a plan. You need to think with like, dude, where am I going? Where am I going in life? Where am I going for the day? Where am I going when I'm with a customer? Where am I going 3 months from now? Like where are you going? What is your plan? Because if you don't have a plan, you're guessing. I like certainty. You guys like certainty? I love certainty. I like knowing for sure. Right? Now, that's not to say that things aren't going to come up and derail your plan or disrupt where you were going. But dude, the point is that you want to have something in place so that you have some confidence and certainty with that next step that you're taking. So we're taking calls today, 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. You can call in and talk to us live today. So like the plan, right? A plan defined is a detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. Now this could mean a lot of things for people depending on where you're at in life, but really what I try to narrow my plan down to is direction, right? So the number one thing that a plan does for you, it gives you direction. You know, I know when I come in, when I walk in at the beginning of the day, like, what do I have to get done? It gives me something to say, okay, hey, this is where I just need to start. The second thing it does is it eliminates distractions. Walking around through the office, the way I sit out here, my office is kind of in a bullpen area, a lot of people around, a lot of different conversations. If I don't have a plan, I get distracted. I've got like, you know, I'm like, ha la 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 la, squirrel, right? I don't know if any of you guys are like that, but I get distracted really easy. So I got to know, like, when I put my left foot forward, where does the right foot go? And then where does the left foot go after that? Because I need to have that structure to say, okay, you've got all this energy, dude, put it in one direction and jam. So it eliminates distraction. It prevents like scattered thought and inconsistent activities, you know, that don't produce results, you know, and it allows you to keep yourself accountable to your goals and targets. So like the plan is a necessity. And so many people that I talk to, they just don't operate with a plan. They show up. They just show up and they expect that everything's going to happen the way that they want it to or the way that they hope it to. You got to have control over your day. You got to have control over your life. You got to have control over your customers. Control equals income. You can't, if you can't control something, then you have no predictability about what's going to happen for it. So you've got to accept responsibility for these things. The 3 areas that you need to have a plan, I'm going to write these down because they're important. Make sure I don't lose these. We got our little jam board here. The first plan. This is the most important one. Your life plan. Life plan is big. It's macro. It's what do I want with my career, my family? Where do I want to go long term in life? Like these are the big picture goals that you should have. You got to have a plan for your life. Like otherwise you're just showing up to a job every day. The idea of a plan is it gets you closer to a completed cycle of action. So like if my end game is going to be, dude, I want to be worth $1 billion by the time I'm 50, then my life plan needs to like build everything around getting to $1 billion. I need to have my wife on board. My kid needs to not be a knucklehead, so he's distracting me, pulling my eye off the ball because he, threw a rock off a bridge through a window or something. I don't know, But like I got to have a life plan. Like, do I want to be healthy? Where do I want to go on vacation? What kind of money is going to be required to get there? Like, you got to have goals and targets and dreams, and a lot of people operate without this. So if you operate without this, you have no control. If you operate without this, you have no certainty. If you operate without a life plan, without goals, without a dream, without a vision, like Grant had the vision for the Growth Con. Like, dude, I'm going to put 9,000 people in this room, and nobody thought that he could do it. But he put the plan in place. He decided what the target was. He moved to the next step, which I'll cover when we get back from the break. And then he moved to the final step, which was actually putting the plan to work and putting it in place. So it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back here on Young Hustlers. We're talking about your plan today. We've got 4 callers on the line. When we get back from the break, we're going to jump into those calls, see if we can get some questions answered. Call in with your questions, 305-865-8668. This is Young Hustlers.
Sales managers, sales coaches, sales professionals, I have a message for you that you want to pay attention to. We just finished doing our annual conference in Las Vegas. Over 9,000 entrepreneurs showed up. A number of you asked us to bring back our boot camp. We do a 3-day boot camp we did last year that was extremely successful. And we're going to spend 3 days with you and your team laying out your sales process, scripts, prompts, rebuttals, whether it's e-commerce, door-to-door, over the phone. The results of this boot camp in the past has been unbelievable for companies.
I just closed a $14 million deal. It's 5% commission, $700,000.
I've gotten so much great information out of this boot camp. My company personally has grown at 84%.
So look forward to seeing you in Miami. First 100 people get a bonus of me taking care of your hotel room. You give me your situation, and we're gonna sit in this boot camp for 3 days, and we're gonna lay out exactly what you have to do to 10 and 12x your business.
Whether you are an established business owner in the security industry and have a company, we now offer a chance to work with the most iconic brand in the world in home security. Monet is now officially announcing their partnership with Brinks Home Security. Grow your already established security business and create a new source of income and expand your company nationwide with Brinks Home Security. All of the policies, all of the procedures, all of the products will be supplied to you. You will have everything you need to grow and expand. Just take on the additional products of Brinks and see what you can create with your future.
Hey, what's going on? We're back. We're talking about your plan. We're talking about how to get your plan in place. This is Young Hustlers every noon, East Coast Standard Time on Thursdays. We come here and we deliver a show on how you can go out and you can get more of that paper. I'm talking about your plan today. Number 1 plan, you got to have a life plan. Number 2 plan, you got to have a day plan. And number 3, you need to have a sales plan. So before the break, we were talking about the life plan. We were talking about the life goals. We were talking about big picture. Like, dude, where do you want to be at the end? That's what I do. I work backwards. I'm like, dude, where do I want to be at 50? Where do I want to be income-wise? Where do I want to be? Like, how much passive income do I want to have? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be with? What type of choices do I want to have? Like, the more detailed you get on these things, the better, because it puts your attention on something. It gives you a specific target that you're going out to achieve. If you write down, I want to live in a big house, your goals are not specific enough. If you write down you want to make millions, your goal is not specific enough. If you write down I want to take 3 vacations a year, your goals are not specific enough. Your life plan needs to be specific. Just like your day plan, it needs to be specific. You can say, hey, I'm going to prospect for the next hour, but who are you going to call? You got to have a plan. So the life plan is the big, huge macro plan. It's like, dude, where are you going to be 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now? What are the goals that you're writing down every day that are big and juicy, exciting? The second plan that you need to have is you need to have a plan for your day. Like that's what my day plan is, right? I don't know if you can see this here, but I got a little list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things that I need to get done for the day. I probably only got time to finish 3 or 4 of them, right? But I've got a plan, like I know what I'm running with. I might get lucky and get double done what I need to get done. Who knows, right? But I've got a plan, like I know exactly what I need to get accomplished. Otherwise, I'm guessing. Otherwise, I'm like, well, what should I be doing right now? This happens to me. If I don't have a plan, I'm like, I get pulled into things that are not productive and that don't drive me back to that life plan. Dude, my day plan should put in place activities that bring me closer to my life plan on a daily basis. All of these things are connected here. Your sales plan should feed your day plan should feed your life plan. This is really important here, right? So let's go to some callers. Natalie, who we got on the line?
I got Zach from San Diego.
Zach, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Dude, this is Young Hustlers. Thanks for the call, dude. What's your question?
Well, my question is, I got a marketing strategy, but I'm feeling so let me give you a little bit of a background. I'm 18. I got my own app company. I'm trying to get this app promoted. It's called Focused and Motivated. Now, in there, I promote YouTube personalities and stuff like Grant, and I already have a few YouTubers on board. My question is, how do I get the attention of these big YouTubers like Grant? Because I already have like the 200 to 300,000K YouTubers in the app, but how do I land like the 1 million to 500K YouTubers? Get the attention of these big guys.
Yeah, are you talking about subscribers or are you talking about views?
I'm talking about subscribers, man.
Yeah. So look, I mean, dude, it's a sales plan. Like it's a process, right? So your life plan is going to be, dude, I want to be a billionaire, right? And I want to do that through blowing this app up. I want to inspire millions of people. And then hopefully, if I'm successful with that, it'll facilitate me having some other life choices, travel, leisure, pleasure, recreation, whatever you want to do, right? And then
exactly. But the main point really is to just help people out and get them motivated, because I know that the wealth will come later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get that. But so then what's the day plan? Dude, the day plan is what are the actions that I can take today that are going to get me closer to that? So who is the list of targets, right? So like, dude, when you wake up in the morning, you probably have customer service stuff to deal with. You probably have responses that need to get handled. You have tech issues that may or may not be happening, right? Like you have a list of things that are going on every day with your app. So like, what is your day plan to get those accomplished? You need to take time to put a day plan down so you can run fast. Right?
Oh, I already got a day plan.
And then your sales plan is going to be how do you go after the people that are going to help you fulfill your life plan, which is inspiring and motivating millions of people. So the sales plan is really where you're at now. It's like, okay, who are the targets? How do I identify them? How do I get in contact with them? What is the follow-up plan? What does the cold call sound like? What does the sales process look like once I get them on the phone? How do I ask for the business? If they don't close, how do I follow up with them? And if they do close, how do I get connected into their network so that I get referrals from them?
I'll tell you how I do it, man. I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to get Grant in my app. I already have, collectively, I have 6 YouTubers in my app. We got over 800,000 subscribers collectively on our reach. So that's how many people we can reach. I'm trying to get Grant a part of this. That way I can reach even further, That way we'll be over that 1 million mark.
Good. You're executing the sales plan. Just send an email to Katie@grantcardone.com. She's the person that you need getting connected with.
Oh, I have. I've emailed Katie every day for the past week, man. That's why I'm on the show.
Email, phone calls. You just got to follow up, man. You can't. Right, you got to. And another thing too, part of the sales plan is understanding like pipeline. and having like multiple targets. So like sometimes what happens is, and I'll just give you some behind the scenes here. People get so focused on trying to get Grant involved in something, but they don't realize that, like, dude, you got to have, like, never rely on one form of anything, right? So you got to have, like, multiple lines out in the water, and you need to follow up with Grant or with Katie like you do with Ty Lopez or Ed Milet or whoever, maybe all the speakers, like all those speakers that we just had at GrowthCon. Maybe that's your hit list, you know? But never rely on one form of anything. That's part of the sales plan. So, like, you got to have multiple lines in the water because, like, we're great salespeople here. And maybe we close, like, on cold opportunities where we're actually reaching out and initiating, like, we'll close maybe 2% or 3% of the people we ever contact. If it's a lead,
I know what you mean. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn. I'm not that great of a salesperson yet, but I probably sent like 1,000 emails, maybe get 200 back, and like 170 say no. You know what I mean? It's that cold out in the dark email type.
Yeah, totally. So your conversion rate's low, right? Based on your total reach, your conversion rate is low. So the idea
but based on
is...
the number you just gave me, whose isn't, you know?
What's that?
Based on that number you gave me, you guys are great salespeople. I have no doubt about that. And you guys closed 2%. So whose number isn't that low, you know?
Yeah, no, so it's a ridiculous number. So my point is you don't need one guy like Grant. You need 1,000 guys like Grant that you follow up with the same enthusiasm and energy and attempts and reach. And part of the sales plan is having a defined follow-up process so that hopefully some of it can be automated, but so that you just show up and you do activity. Like, we have some technology that helps us do that. But I hope that answered your question. Like, keep reaching, be persistent, be creative, and then have multiple targets. So when we get back from the break, I'm going to dig into the sales plan. This is Young Hustlers.
The world of advertising exists far beyond Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. The web itself has an infrastructure of exchanges and placements for your ads to gain traffic, increase leads, and convert your products and services. RTB.cat is built to efficiently take your business and promote all over the web, every website, every location, and RTB.cat has a system designed to get you right in front of the most coveted locations to promote your business. Take the hassle out of the ad exchanges and lengthy ad bidding systems. Let RTB.cat get you moving right now and handle the work for you. Grow your business, get known, and sell your services online. Sign up now at RTB.cat. That's RTB.cat.
Sales managers, sales coaches, sales professionals, I have a message for you that you want to pay attention to. We just finished doing our annual conference in Las Vegas. Over 9,000 entrepreneurs showed up. A number of you asked us to bring back our boot camp. We do a 3-day boot camp we did last year that was extremely successful. And we're going to spend 3 days with you and your team laying out your sales process, scripts, prompts, rebuttals, whether it's e-commerce, door-to-door, over the phone. The results of this boot camp in the past has been unbelievable for companies.
I just closed a $14 million deal. It's 5% commission, $700,000.
I've gotten so much great information out of this boot camp. My company personally has grown at 84%.
So look forward to seeing you in Miami. First 100 people get a bonus of me taking care of your hotel room. You give me your situation, and we're gonna sit in this boot camp for 3 days, and we're gonna lay out exactly what you have to do to 10 and 12x your business.
All right, Young Hustlers, we're back Thursday, East Coast Standard Time, noon. That's when we're here every week doing our show. We just had a caller that was asking about how to get in contact with Grant. Multiple lines all the time, dude. You got to be the fishing boat in the water with like 100 rods, with 100 lines in the water so that you can catch your fish. Let's go to another caller here. Natalie, another caller.
Matt in Massachusetts.
Matt in Mass. What's going on, dude? Matt.
How we doing?
What's going on, brother?
How we doing? So I will be very honest right now. I do not have a screen of you, so I don't know what you're talking about. But I believe it's life goals, correct?
Well, we're just talking about a plan, dude. We're talking about like what's your plan for life? How does your daily plan tie into that? And then how does your sales plan help you fulfill your daily targets?
All right, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. You guys definitely changed my life this year, right in January, actually. I made the committed first, read the 10X, changed my whole entire life. So I write 3 goals down every single day. to start my day. I make sure I hit them every day because it's all about that consistency.
Yep.
So one thing I'd say is, commit first, think about the rest later. And one thing following that is I actually did car sales. I worked for Toyota.
Right on.
I did about 18 to 20 a month average.
Solid.
But, I quit that because it started to become a hassle, So I was like average thinking. I just quit, And I went to, I actually worked at Home Depot, right? And ever since I read that book, The 10X, now I'm going back to car sales to give it another shot. But this time I'm committed and my mindset is more focused and efficient than ever. So I'd say life goal for me, I'm 21 years old, right, is to get my money right first off. Second off, definitely, if I'm 21, I'm thinking like I'm 31, so I can be financially free,
yep.
if you will.
Yep.
And second to that, I definitely have to say, I want to be happy. I don't want to feel good, because that's only in the moment, if you will.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. You got a plan. Now you just got to get specific. What does happy mean? What does that look like for you? You just got to drill down on some of these goals so that hey, what's the quantifiable thing that you're going to pull from it? So one of the biggest mistakes people make with plans, particularly life plans, is they're not specific enough. Your day plan, mistake. It's not specific enough. Work hard is not a goal. High levels of activity, massive action sounds great. It's not a goal. It's not part of your plan. It's not a target. It's not something that you can take out of it. You're like, well, did I work hard? It's subjective. Who knows? Who knows if you worked hard? Compared to what? Compared to who? So plan for the day. Finally, sales plan. 3 plans: life plan, day plan, sales plan. You've got to have clearly defined processes for this. The sales plan, actually, if you see, the sales plan feeds everything else here. The sales plan is what fulfills your day plan. And fulfilling your day plan gets you closer to fulfilling your life plan. All of these things are interconnected and they work together. Some people have a life plan, but they don't know what the hell they're going to do when they show up. Some people have a sales plan, but they don't have a life plan, and their day plan isn't going to be fulfilled because they're not motivated enough about their sales plan because they have no life plan. You got to get your head I compartmentalize thing. Compartmentalize thing. I put things in little okay, hey, here, here, here. How does it work together? How do I move from here to here to here? The sales plan is the most important thing because the sales plan is how you actually make this stuff happen. For the guy trying to get YouTubers, if he doesn't have a good sales process, he can want all these influencers with all these views and subscribers he wants, but if he doesn't have a strong sales plan, it's not going to happen. The reason businesses fail, the reason that businesses go out of business is because they don't sell enough of their product fast enough and make enough money doing it to survive, right? It's a sales game. Everything comes down to your sales plan. This is the Achilles heel of the whole process, right? So do you have a sales plan? Do you have a sales process? Do you have a prospecting process? Do you have a follow-up process? Do you have a success plan based on the conversion rates that you have? What are your non-negotiables as part of your sales plan? We go deep inside the sales plan. How many contacts do you need to make in a day? How many appointments? How many demos? How many proposals? How many appointments that no-show? How many contracts out, right? How many times do you follow up with somebody? What's follow-up 1? What's follow-up 2? What's follow-up 3? What's follow-up 5? What's follow-up 10? How do you determine that cadence? The sales plan gets deep. It gets real deep. So a lot of this can be a little bit overwhelming, but it's vital because it gives you a plan and it gives you focus and it gives you direction and it gives you certainty. Every time I write out a plan for the day, I feel better. Every time I write my goals out, I get more motivated. When I have a clearly defined sales process and I know what I'm doing, it gets me more motivated because I actually know I know what I'm talking about. I know where I'm going. I've got certainty. Certainty leads to confidence. Confidence leads to motivation. Motivation leads to action. And that's what makes the whole thing work, is doing things, right? So the sales plan is where most people stop. It's where they get overwhelmed. It's where they run into roadblocks. It's where they don't have enough help or support to find out what's wrong with their sales plan and what's out that's preventing them from reaching their daily targets or their life targets. People spend 20 and 30 and 40 years with the wrong sales plan. They can't figure it out because they don't have the help. They don't know how to get it set up, right? And so this is what we've built our entire company on. So just to get you started, the first thing that you want to start with your plans is number one is your life plan. Now I do this in two phases. One is with, what are you guys laughing at?
Somebody says you look like Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, right. McFly? What kind of stupid name is that? So, dude, I do this plan with my wife. I do this plan with myself. I try to get some alone time where I can just like gather my thoughts and refocus. Dude, the thoughts that you think and the goals that you set are so powerful. I had this epiphany this morning in the shower. I was like, dude, the thoughts that you think control everything. Like, I can go from, you take a sales guy, you go, make these phone calls and hit these sales targets and you're going to make 10%. And then you go back to that same salesperson and you say, hey, I'm going to increase your commission to 20%. And the shift that they make, literally nothing has changed. The product hasn't changed. The way that they act and operate hasn't really changed. The change is something little that they think about. Oh, wow, hey, I get to make more money. That one little shift changes them from like, oh, wow, it's just okay, whatever, to, dude, I'm going to get all over this. That's why that's why we offer sales team incentives. That's why companies offer sales incentives, right? Because it gets people, it creates a mental trigger where they go into this next level where they're all motivated and excited and they frenzy up, right? So like the life plan's important because it helps install those thoughts inside your head about like, dude, I can do this. It can be done. It can be huge. I can have the dream life, and you're affirming these things every single day, So if you're married, get your wife or your husband on board with this. If you've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you guys are serious about where you're going in life, get them on board with doing this because that life plan, dude, that life plan is key. It creates the motivation that makes the rest of this stuff possible. Okay? The second thing is you got to have a sales plan. If I were going to rank these in importance, I'd probably go life plan, then sales plan, then day plan. Right? Because if you have a rock solid sales plan for prospecting, follow-up, blah, 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 all that stuff, then, you could probably squirt by without having a day plan if you were a maniac, right? Like some salespeople don't operate great with organization, like that are, like Mike Bonnet. Like, I don't know how organized he is, but he's a freaking monster with sales plan. Like so far, we're not even 3 months into the year, he sold double every other salesperson. Over double, actually. I mean, he's a freak of nature because he understands the sales plan and he's got a life plan. So in order of importance, life plan, sales plan, day plan. Sales plan is how you're going to attack the marketplace, right? And then your daily plan is going to determine how you implement your sales plan. These two are actually pretty easy if you just take some time. This one's the one that's the hard part. This one is the one right here that created the success that I have in my life, is the sales plan. It's what made me a millionaire in 4 years working with Grant. It wasn't because Grant nurtured me and held my hand and spoon-fed me. Dude, it was because I learned the sales plan from him and I freaking beat it up. Now, I learned the sales plan from him. You don't have that opportunity unless you want to do something like come out to our boot camp in April, first week of April 6th through the 8th. We're basically going to help people build this out. It's all Grant, all 3 days. He's going to be on stage helping you build out your sales plan, helping you build out your follow-up plan, helping you build your cold call process, helping you build your closing strategy, helping you identify where you're getting hung up in your deals. Like, he is going to help you build that. He's going to help you take notes. He's going to help you write the scripts out. Our team's going to be there. We're going to teach you what we do that works. We can do this with you if it's too much for you. All you got to do is get to the bootcamp, GrantCardoneBootcamp.com. Grant Cardone Bootcamp.com. GrantCardoneBootcamp.com. If you go to /offer, we have a special offer on the bootcamp page. You need to be there. You need to be there if you want to have a shot at putting together a bulletproof sales plan that'll make sure that you hit your life plan. We want you there. Last year, the people that went were freaking like out of the park ecstatic. There was 125 people there last year. Grant was doing Q&A with everybody for 3 days. We have no other event that we put on where you get access to Grant like this. People that came to the 10X Growth Conference with 9,000 other people, by the way. 10X Growth Conference, premier seats, front row for the event. They got to see a lot of people, but they didn't get to see Grant all 3 days, deliver the content all 3 days. That's what this event's about. Grant got his chops. He built his career on the sales game. Most of you have not seen Grant go in on sales like I have. I was around when Grant used to do 8-hour seminars on sales all day. He'd put 500 people in a room, 600 people in a room, and he'd just go deep. I mean, people came out of there lit up, changed people's lives because he gave them the ability to produce, because he taught them a sales plan. And so that's what we want you to do. So go to GrantCardoneBootcamp.com and reserve your seat now. If you go to GrantCardoneBootcamp.com, you can get a free room. If you go to /offer, you save a little bit of money. You don't get the room. If you want multiple tickets, you can take advantage of it there. If you want like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 tickets because you want to bring your whole sales team, it's in Miami. It's in April, spring break weekend on the beach. Beautiful weather, beautiful hotel, beautiful people.
Like yourself.
Looking a little red in my face, a little rosacea. Dude, but you gotta be there. You gotta be there, because I promise you, if you can figure out the sales game and you can build a process that's bulletproof and rock star and rock solid, and just, it gives you so much confidence when you show up every day because you can actually produce. Let's go to the callers. I see you over there waving that freaking thing.
I got Nav in Canada.
Nav, what's going on? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Awesome, sir. It's my pleasure to be here. Mr. Grant, Mr. Jared, can I have your undivided attention for next 20 seconds, sir?
You've got it, dude.
Right, I am 10X mentee, 10X ambassador, and 10X fan of a living legend, Mr. Grant Cardone. And my concern is one. In 10 days, I reach from live videos like having no views to 1K view. My goal is to 10X that in 1 month. So what I need to do so I can get it done in 1 month, this month, March, I want to have 10X views on my videos. And I make videos with role play, and I invite the guests all over from Mr. Chris Hood to all other fields like networking.
So you want to get 10 times more views on your videos?
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
By advertising. Advertise them. 10X Productions. Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a whole ad agency here in our studio, and the main function of the ad team here of 10X Productions is to blow people up like we blew Grant up. If you email Robert@GrantCardone.com, Robert Cizolo, he's the head of advertising production. He'll be able to put together something for you to help you get a ton of views on your videos. Let's go to the next caller.
Perfect. I got David in Houston.
David in Houston, what's going on?
Stacy.
Stacy?
Illinois.
Stacy in Illinois or David in Houston? Who do we have?
Stacy.
Well, I got Robert.
Who?
Oh, wait, I'm Stacy.
Stacy, what's happening?
I thought you said Robert. You got Robert in Houston. I've been on the phone for 30 minutes.
Well, I'm glad that you're on. You're on live now. What's your question?
I don't have a question. I'm going to make a statement real quick. And I've known Grant since 2005. I know him personally by name. I just wanted to put a little something in this gentleman's ear. Nothing degrading to anybody. It's actually fundamental.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to the next caller. I had no idea what she was saying there. Okay, next caller. That's it. So, dude, look, you got to get your plan together, your life plan, your day plan, and your sales plan. Okay? Like, it gives you confidence. It gives you certainty. If you want to 10X and super freak and take massive action, dude, you got to know where your next step is coming. You got to know where it's going, rather. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. When you have a plan and you know where you're going, it gives you focus. It allows you to go faster. The more planned out my day is, the faster I can move, right? The better I understand the sales plan, the more successful I am with customers. So we want to help you with the sales plan. Come to the Bootcamp, GrantCardoneBootcamp.com. The first 100 people that sign up at GrantCardoneBootcamp.com, we're going to get you your hotel for free. It's sold out. It's a 5-star hotel. The hotel's completely sold out because it's spring break weekend.
But 25 people that can get that free hotel room.
Yeah, and there's only about 25 hotel rooms left. So get your ticket now. If you want your hotel room, go to GrantCardoneBootcamp.com. If you can figure out another place to stay, then you can book your ticket at GrantCardoneBootcamp.com/offer. If you want to buy multiple tickets, call the office, 310-777-0255, 310-777-0255. Call the office. You can talk to Natalie, and she'll make you a group deal for your 10X Grant Cardone Bootcamp tickets. So look, get your plan straight, get it all working together, and I promise you, dude, you're going to be freaking a rocket ship. You're going to be more successful faster than you ever thought you could. I went from $2,500 a month to over $1 million a year in 7 years because I got my sales plan right. And the sales plan fed everything else. I want you to get your sales plan right. So get to the Grant Cardone Bootcamp, GrantCardoneBootcamp.com, April 6th through the 8th in Miami for spring break. See you there. Actually, we'll see you next week here on Young Hustlers. Take care.
Sales managers, sales coaches, sales professionals, I have a message for you that you want to pay attention to. We just finished doing our annual conference in Las Vegas. Over 9,000 entrepreneurs showed up. A number of you asked us to bring back our boot camp. We do a 3-day boot camp we did last year that was extremely successful. And we're going to spend 3 days with you and your team laying out your sales process, scripts, prompts, rebuttals, whether it's e-commerce, door-to-door, over the phone. The results of this boot camp in the past has been unbelievable for companies.
I just closed a $14 million deal. It's 5% commission, $700,000.
I've gotten so much great information out of this boot camp. My company personally has grown at 84%.
So look forward to seeing you in Miami. First 100 people get a bonus of me taking care of your hotel room. You give me your situation, and we're gonna sit in this boot camp for 3 days, and we're gonna lay out exactly what you have to do to 10 and 12x your business. Salesman.
Get your body back with Fast Fit Body Sculpting, the world's first and only non-invasive fat loss system on the planet. For both men and women, we target troubled areas of the body and safely shrink fat. We are here to help you have success. Imagine fitting into those jeans in the back of your closet and once again feeling confident in that dress. You can lose 3 to 9 inches in 45 days, guaranteed. Get confident and achieve the results you always wanted. No BS, just you and a non-invasive form of fat loss.
Coming to Fast Fit, it made me a better person.
I wanted to know how I did this and that I looked great.
I've already lost 2.3 inches.
Anybody can do this.
You are truly losing pounds of pure fat with this technology.
Learn more at FastFitBodySculpting.com. That's FastFitBodySculpting.com.